What's going on, guys? There's a video that I've been wanting to do for a while. In fact, it's a viewer request, and I said I was going to do it at one time. I never really got around to it, so I figure I got some time again this evening. And what it is, it's a review on the NAK 9mm by the Draco. And you all know I got the 9mm PSA AKV that is working pretty good now since I got the new bolt and the firing pin. So with that, let's just talk kind of about the AVK. This is made by Draco. This was the first 9mm that Century, I think they came out with this gun probably about maybe two, 3 years ago maybe. It retails anywhere. I've seen it for like $4.99, $4.59. I think I've seen it as high as maybe $500–600. It comes with both of these platforms. You could put standard handguards on them. I got this standard wood AK handguards on this that I stained red. This one just comes with a thread protector on the front, and this was actually a IO AK-47 flash hider that I got, and then I actually drilled the front out to make sure it would clear a 9mm round. I thought it just looked kind of cool on that short platform. Coming back to the back, you got a standard hinge dust cover on these. Standard hinge. It's hinged inside with a pin here, you see that? And this rail here, I think this rail here is made out of plastic. It's a plastic polymer rail, but like I said, I got a primary dot, shoots real good. The internals here, these, you get a very small spring compared to the one on the PSA. They have a little spacer here, so I guess the the bolt carrier stays in battery good. And then this comes out no problem, and it's just a bolt. It's got a pin there with a roll pin, so you could change this handle out, I think, if you want to put a round one in there. And this is just a counterweight since it's all blowback, smaller. And then you got the internals, your standard AK, standard AK, internals. This goes right in, just like that. Again, this is a little shorter. And you put the little spacer there. And voila. And you're ready to go. And on the bottom, this does take Glock mags. This is basically a plastic piece, and then where the old mag release is, if you press on that, this piece will come out of the gun. And I think you could switch it out with a Beretta. I think the Chippewa makes one. It's a shorter version, and they made it for the Beretta, and this one holds Glock mags, Glock 9mm mags. So these mags are single stack. It takes Glock. This is a Korean generic one, but the mag goes in there. There's a button on the other side, readily available, easy to get in and out. Okay. Now these come standard. When you get the AK, or the Draco NAK, what you get back here is just a sling swivel. It's screwed in the back, but if you go to Stormworks, is where I think I got this, You could get a plate they make, and it screws in that hole, and then with this plate, it accepts any standard Ace type 2-bolt stock or brace. And this one here, this is a brace I had custom made for this. I got the tail hook mod 1, which really good, 13-inch length of pull on it, and with the brace folded up, you know, folds up pretty good. And I got a Greif, I think these custom grips or Kimber or Kyber grips, AK grips. This is one of their custom red Russian grips that I put on it. So that is the Draco NAK. I mean, if you have a Glock and you want to use the Glock mags, it's a single stack mechanism. And I ran this, and again, I could say no hiccups, no jams, runs. You know, this one, the fit and finish, I would say on this Draco is a little rougher than the PSA AKV. I mean, it's your standard like Eastern or Com-Block gun. Some of the edges, you know, are a little rougher and whatnot on it, but it feels like an AK. Functions, you know, no frills, you know, goes bang every time. You know, pretty accurate. I haven't had any problems with it. Very good with the red dot. I noticed with the plain sights, sometimes you got to move the front to the left or right on this a little bit. It was off a little bit with the windage, but other than that, it was pretty good. And you've probably seen this. This is the PSA AKV, and I've got the regular Russian polymer handguard. Again, this takes the same, any handguard you want. This one comes with their proprietary flash hider, so you do get a nice flash hider when you buy this. Comes with their nice, what I liked about these, this is a double stack mag, and I just like the way this looks a lot better than the you know, Glock mags. I mean, that was one of the reasons why I wanted to get this. And it looks more like the Russian Vitas. If they found a way with the other one to make it out of MP5 mags, it'd be cool. And I have seen one on the internet, but this is their mags, 35 round mag for the PSA. Fits really good. Haven't really had any problem. Has a lever here to take it out. There too is a hinged cover, but again, their cover hinges a little further on the sight. And this is a machine cover. This may be steel or aluminum. This is not plastic. This is all one piece. It's got a buttonhole or a button head screw holding it. The internal is a little different on this. You've got a little more like an AK, a longer spring. Also with this, the bolt comes out. It's got a little longer refined counterweight in the front. Same bolt carrier. That should fit back in there. This one here, you do, when engaging the bolt, you do have to push the hammer down a little bit to get it back in the battery. On the other one, you don't have to. This one, you do have to push the hammer down to get it back in. And then you got the return spring. It does have, this one they had an issue, from what I understand, with these bolts going a little too far back, taking it out of battery. So they added this steel piece, kind of like the other one. It has a little spacer plastic in the bottom. This one here has this spacer, and then of course they got the buffer on there, and then that, you're ready to go. The other thing about this one instead of just having a flat tang, this one comes with, this is a metal machine tube, and it comes standard with a brace. This is the tailhook Mod 2. It comes with a S&B A3, so you get the complete, brace, nice flash hider with it, and you get the curved mags. And this is a Vitas Russian Kalashnikov grip. I just like the style of it. Now the fit and finish in this is, I would say, a little far better to detail, as far as this is all one-piece machine top. When the NAK, it's metal with a plastic rail, but I mean, as far as functionality, it's more fit and finish. And like I said, I just like the curved mags on this because aesthetically they're more pleasing, and it holds 35. But I mean, these Glock, I think these hold about, what does the Glock mags take? About, I forget what they take. 33, yeah, so 33, 35. But the fit and finish, I think, is just a little better detail on the PSA weapon. But I mean, as far as functioning, since I got the firing pin back and everything, I ran some rounds down range with this, very pleased with it. As with this, the NAK, I mean, this hasn't been bad, accurate, and efficient, effective. One thing I would note